Alright, hi guys. Okay, so just been having a quick discussion on Twitter with one of my followers known as Iliana_1, and just been watching Smallville season 4, episode 17, titled Onyx, which is where we see Lex Luthor is divided into two people, the good Lex and the very, very evil Lex that, for those of us who've read the comics and seen the cartoons, we are very much used to. But I think that season 4, that particular episode sort of gave a hint as to what was to come, you know, of Lex, and, you know, what his destiny is, who he's destined to become. You know, obviously he's going to be Superman's arch rival, arch nemesis, and this episode really, you know, it brought a lot of comic book elements into it. There was a kryptonite ring featured in it. Lex obviously trying to weaken Clark to make him work for him, like be his slave kind of thing. So all of that, you know, I've read that in the comics. I'm sure a lot of people have read it as well. But the real reason why we're having this discussion was that, you know, over the course of time, obviously we've seen the Superman movies, and you've had Gene Hackman and also Kevin Spacey play Lex, but none of them really captured the true evil genius behind the character of Lex Luthor. You know, whereas Michael Rosenbaum has done exactly that. He has captured the true essence of Lex Luthor. He has created Lex Luthor that we know in the comics. He's worked the character so well, to such a degree that I think Michael Rosenbaum should be in the latest Superman movie that's due to be released in late 2012. Chris Nolan, if you're watching this, if you do plan on having Lex Luthor in the movie, please cast Michael Rosenbaum, because honestly, yeah, you're not going to fail. Okay, you will not fail to have a much better Lex Luthor than Michael Rosenbaum. I mean, when Gene Hackman played him and Kevin Spacey played him, they were both, you know, the character was all about purchasing land. You know, enough with the land purchasing. I want to see Lex doing really evil, devious schemes. You know, I want to see him, you know, create a project of some sort to try and bet himself against Superman, to actually bring Superman to his knees, to really weaken him. I mean, yes, alright, Kevin Spacey did that in Superman Returns, but it was all because he wanted the land, kind of thing. He wanted to take over the world by rebuilding the world, kind of thing. But, you know, what I want is, from what I've read in the comics, from what I've seen on the cartoons, you know, I want to see Lex, like, create the power suit, for example, which he kind of, you know, did in Smallville, but never got to wear it. You know, all that sort of stuff, all the schemes that we've seen him do in Smallville, I want to see it put on the big screen. You know, Michael Rosenbaum, I can understand why he left after season 7, you know. He obviously had other projects that he wanted to do, didn't want to shave his head anymore. But even if you bring him back in season 10, let's see what he can do, because I know that if you bring Lex into the movie, if Chris Nolan can do for Lex Luthor what he did for the Joker, oh my god, we are in for an absolute treat. That's all I'm going to say. And I can't think of anyone right now to play Lex Luthor than Michael Rosenbaum. Never mind Tom Welling as Superman, never mind Erica Durance as Lois. Michael Rosenbaum, for me, is Lex Luthor. He is the embodiment of Lex Luthor. He's the perfect example. He has created the perfect example of what Lex Luthor is, and what Lex Luthor is to become as well in Smallville. And I think he can work well in the movies. I don't think I can stress enough right now just how much I would love to see Michael Rosenbaum as Lex Luthor in the movies. You know, and especially if even though they're saying it's not going to be a reboot, but still have Lex in there, bring in Brainiac as well. You know, because we know that Lex and Brainiac have worked together. They do work together. That could be epic. You know, in the Dark Knight you had obviously the Joker, then you also had Two-Face. You know, but bring in Lex Luthor and Brainiac. I think that would make for an absolutely brilliant and epic Superman movie. So if you agree, leave your comments below. If anyone plans on starting a petition, please do. let's get the signatures, because I would love Michael Rosenbaum to play Lex Luthor in the new Superman movie. Should Lex Luthor be featured in the movie, that is. I don't know who the characters are going to be in, who the characters Chris Nolan is going to pick for the movie, but should Lex Luthor be one of them, Michael Rosenbaum is the man. I can see it happening. I can see Michael doing what Heath Ledger did for the Joker. He will make that performance his own. He will steal the show. He will really make the character, play the character in its truest evil form, as far as I'm concerned. Absolutely. So, petition, get it done. Chris Nolan, as I say, if you're watching this, good job on Inception. Can't wait to see what you're going to do for Batman 3 and obviously for Superman. But please, if you do go for Lex Luthor, get Michael Rosenbaum in. That's all I'm asking. No more, no less. So, thank you all for watching. See you later.